February.
Oh, you still have a lot of time.
Oh yes, this is my last semester, but I don't have more class because I begin my methods of degree. I don't know, ¿cómo se diría? Thesis, not my thesis.
Your thesis.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many classes are you taking, or are you gonna take?
In my college, or
Yeah, you say it's the last semester, so yes.
yes.
Well, what are your last courses? What are the names?
In oh, I don't remember. Wait a minute. A ver. ¿Dónde está? Cursos. My last courses were sistemas de información gerencial y gestión del mantenimiento.
Okay, gestión del mantenimiento. Interesting.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Good. And that's it, right? Y de ahí ya son tus últimas clases.
Oh no, I finished this course the last semester.
Oh, okay.
The new semester, I don't have new courses because I finished all my malla curricular, ¿cómo se diría?
All your classes, all your curriculum?
Yeah. The only course we'll need to finish is my degree, proyecto de grado, se diría.
Do you have to do that as a group?
Oh, group with other persons?
Yes.
No, it's alone.
Okay, so alone. All right. Do you have a project already?
Do you have a?
No, do you have a project?
Oh, no, ni siquiera tengo tema todavía. Pero ya vamos a comenzar a pensar.
Ah, ok. ¿En qué tiene que ser?
Bueno, las modalidades de titulación son, puede ser un trabajo dirigido, que sería con una empresa, en la que tendrías que ver una manera de mejorar algún proceso que tenga dentro. Puede ser una tesis, que tendría que ser una investigación por parte tuya. Y proyecto de grado, que es una combinación más o menos de las dos. Y luego está excelencia y otros tipos de titulación. Pero yo lo más probable es que vaya por proyecto de grado. Me gustan el tema de las ISO, entonces yo creo que me iré más por ese lado. Buscaré alguna compañía que le haga falta estas certificaciones y buscaré que las obtengan.
All right. Okay. Well, ISO certifications are not easy to get.
Oh no.
Because you need to have a lot of evidence, and they need to audit the company. And usually when you get approved, the ISO certification takes about 2 months for you to get a diploma for the company. So it depends, because if you're talking about a food company, it's a different they're different ISOs. There's the 14,000, 9,000. Well, the 14,000 ISO is about safety and
Bien.
environmental issues. 9000 ISO is just to prove that you have a system of procedures and is generalized and everybody knows about it. That one is the most difficult one. But if you need specifics, there's the one that gives you the authority to produce food or construct automobiles. It depends on what level, what kind of ISO you want to get. Sometimes companies, what they need is to work in all those negative points they got in a previous audit. I don't know if I make myself understandable. All of these certifications, they get renewed every year. Every year you're audited. Every year.
Está bien.
And every time they audit, they find something. They find something that is wrong. And you need to take action and show evidence that you are working to solve those issues. But again, in a company, you have departments. You have production, quality, operations, logistics, human resources, administrative. You have the medical side. Every department has its own responsibility. So whatever issue or things that they need to renew, I mean, there's always something from each company that needs to get done. And I'm telling you because when I was, well, even now, I get audited for IATF. But this is more like the automobile ISO. And I get audited on the project management side. And what they ask me is, how do I keep track of my projects? How do I keep people communicated? The administration of the money, budgets, and follow-ups, and also quality issues. All of those things, they audit me and they ask me how I do it, and I need to show evidence. When I was in the food industry, I would get audited in how to keep the maintenance of the equipment in shape, right? But I don't get audited for that anymore.
Ok, qué genial que sepas sobre las ISOs. Y bien, sabes
Oh, sí.
bien, muy bien, sí. Haber sido.
Pues, como te diré, ya estoy viejo, ¿eh? O sea, no estoy muy chavo, ¿eh? Y I'm being around. I'm being in those places, right? Where I have to be part of it. And when I was working for the water industry, we got audited in the maintenance planning. And one of the things that we did is, you know what they want to look at because they give you an agenda. So instead of the auditor to tell you what's going to happen next, just do an agenda and yourself a PowerPoint and go over the agenda and show everything they want to know. Show it. No dejes que el auditor respire. Si él ya te dio una agenda, muéstrale qué es lo que van a ver de acuerdo a su agenda y ya le quitas todo tipo de dudas. Pero si tú lo dejas abierto a que él maneje su agenda a su modo, obviamente se presta a que obviamente hay algunas cosas que no tienes en orden, right?
Sí, que puede encontrar. Y
Yeah.
duchas.
Oh yeah. So that's how it is. Son tan meticulosos, por ejemplo, en el food industry, de que te dicen, ok, muéstrame tu mantenimiento a la máquina llenadora de líquido del mes de marzo del año pasado. Ok, ese es tu mantenimiento preventivo. Ahora, ¿tuviste algún correctivo en las 2 semanas después? Y ya revisas en tu documentación. Ok. Aquí dice que usaste este tipo de grasa. Sí, sí, está estandarizada. Dice aquí que la tienes en almacén. Ok, ¿me la muestras en almacén? Y de ahí de almacén se van y dicen, ok, ¿dónde compras esta? ¿Cómo te cercioras que no, que tú con lo que recibes no caduca, no está caducado? ¿Sí me explico?
Sí, sí, claro.
Ok, porque obviamente en una llenadora no vas a poner aceite mineral, ¿no? Algo que le pones a los coches. No creo que sea prudente. Le pones un aceite que sea grado alimenticio,
Sí.
¿no? Derivado de maíz o de, no sé, caña, que no hay ningún problema que esté en contacto con algún equipo de la llenadora. Así de meticuloso es, ¿ok? Y usualmente una auditoría toma de 1 a 2 semanas en una compañía. Pero eso es cuando ya te auditan. Todavía falta que te prepares para esa auditoría. Y ahí es donde viene lo bueno.
Lo pesado.
Yes, yeah, that's how it is. And well, I mean, it's very interesting. Mhm. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, if you have the information, you can do it, no problem. But sometimes people don't have the necessary knowledge to create that is standards. Remember, the only constant is change. Siempre acuérdate de eso. Eso me lo dijo mi jefe. La única constante es el cambio. Eso nunca va a cambiar. Y más en la industria de manufactura.
Sí,
So
sí.
they're always going to have to change. Always, always. En la industria automotriz, todos los años, las compañías, every year, they change environmental policies, emissions, pollution, safety. They change the way seatbelts need to be. They change the catalytic converters, the precious minerals that they have. They increase the amount. And you have to make sure that the cars, they comply with these new policies in a certain year. So there's an equipment of people looking into regulations from different countries. Before a car is launched into a market in a certain year, it needs to have the necessary it has to meet the requirements so that it could be in the market. If not, there will be fines. You will get sued. Do you remember there was a controversy in Volkswagen in, I believe it was 2015? No sé si recuerdas.
Con el del auto de diésel.
Con el diésel, ¿no?
Sí, exacto. Vi el documental de Netflix.
Yo estaba en Nissan cuando ocurrió eso.
Nissan.
Yo
Ya.
estaba en Nissan. Yo estaba en Nissan. Sí, sí lo ubicas, ¿verdad?
Claro, claro.
Ok, cuando ocurrió eso. Entonces lo que pasó fue de que, ¿sí sabes más o menos qué fue lo que ocurrió?
Si no me equivoco, Volkswagen presentó un nuevo tipo de vehículo que funcionaba a diésel y que era mucho menos contaminante que los vehículos normales de diésel.
Y
Pero
lo
cuando,
pusieron en el dyno y le pusieron sensores, probetas y midieron el nivel de emisiones y se dieron cuenta que no cumplía con lo que decían.
exacto, que contaminaba mucho más incluso que un normal, un vehículo normal a
Ex-
diésel.
Exacto. Entonces, ahí fueron varias faltas. La primera, no cumplieron con una nueva política de ambiental que les pidió el gobierno. Y eso no es en Estados Unidos. Esa es una. Dos, Obviamente no avisaron que había atraso en su desarrollo. Ellos lanzaron un vehículo que no cumplía con las especificaciones. Y tres, y muy importante, le mintieron al gobierno. Claro que es un problema. Claro. Entonces, incluso hasta el CEO de esa planta, presidente, tuvo que renunciar, ¿no? O sea, ¿cómo es posible que no se diera cuenta? Ahora, uff, recuerda, todo esto tiene que ver con dinero. Dinero, 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 dinero. Entonces, el cuestionamiento está más de que en muchas compañías, Sergio, siempre hay valores. Y los valores, muchas veces compañías tienen 5 o 3 valores y se desglosan desde el más importante hasta el cuarto, quinto más importante. Y todas las compañías te van a decir, o la mayoría, que una de las cosas más importantes es la seguridad y el medio ambiente, como número uno. Si no puedes cumplir que no es el número uno, entonces, ¿qué se espera de lo demás?
Muy
Eso
cierto.
significa que sabían que no iban a llegar a la meta y lo evadieron pensando que el gobierno no se iba a dar cuenta y en algún momento lo metían, como sigilosamente.
Sí, pero creo que le salió más caro de lo
Muy mal,
planeado, porque
muy
todos los
mal.
dueños tuvieron que devolver los autos y pagarles a todos los que compraron.
Muchos
O
de
algo.
esos autos, Volkswagen, los vendió en Latinoamérica. Y mi
Ah,
jefe compró como
qué
tres.
genial.
Mi jefe compró como tres. Bueno, el dueño de la compañía donde trabajo y se los regaló a varios gerentes.
O qué
Pero bueno,
triste
¿por
que
qué
no
lo
se envíen
permitimos
los
en América
autos
Latina?
con fallas a Latinoamérica.
Sí, o sea, ¿por qué lo permitimos? Todavía hacen eso. O sea, deberíamos de estar bajo las mismas normativas que Estados Unidos, ¿no?
Sí, deberíamos, pero complicadísimo.
Exactly. All right, so good talk, sir. Good talk. So I have an article here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, here is one.
Hanukkah. Do you know what Hanukkah is?
It's Christmas,
Okay.
but for
Jewish.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. So Hanukkah is a Jewish festival that is celebrated for 8 days, usually in December. It is also called the Festival of Lights. Find out why and learn about what people do to celebrate this special occasion. Okay, so they just had Hanukkah. So we have some vocabulary before we continue. Number one, a candle.
A toy is malleable and used to wear a stick or a string back to give life. Maybe like letter D, a stick of wax with a string that is burned to give light.
Okay, oil.
Tie or fix, twist, a thing, no. Thing around the cake, cook, no. Thick liquid made from vegetable or animals often used. Maybe thick liquid made from vegetables or animals often used in cooking.
Okay, that's good. What about a donut?
Oh, sorry. A donut. A salty bread often made in shape or of not. I think no. I think round cake cook. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a thin round cake cook in a flat
That's correct.
pan.
A flat pan. Una cacerola plana.
Oh, perfect. A not. I don't know. A billion used to work in a good or good. Snipping of a pretzel temple cake pancake. I thought that's normal. Yeah. Maybe the first one, a toy that turns around fast on a point when you twist it.
Spinning top. A pretzel.
A pretzel. A salty bread, often made in a shape of a nut.
Okay. What about a temple?
A building used to worship a god or gods. A good
God or gods?
god or gods. It's good.
Dios o dioses. And a pancake.
A small round cake, often with jam inside or shaped like a ring.
Un pancake es más como que es un pancake, ¿no? ¿No sonaría más como F?
A thin round cake cooked in a flat. Oh yeah.
Y a donut, a small round cake, often with jam inside or shaped like a ring. Como un anillo, ¿no?
Dognut es una dona.
¿Perdón?
A dognut es una dona. It's equal.
Yes, es una dona.
Oh.
Dough is a compound word. Dough significa masa y nut, bueno, como un tipo de anillo o valla, donut. Y tenemos aquí nut.
A tie or fixed twist in string rope for a long flexible object.
Un nudo, eso es lo que significa, nudo.
Ah, yeah. A tie is corbata. Fixed twist.
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect.
Okay. Any questions about the vocabulary?
No, no questions.
Let's go into the reading. Can you help me?
Yeah. Hanukkah, or the Festival of Lights, is a Jewish celebration. Its day changes from year to year, but it always takes place either in November or December. It lasts of 8 days and is celebrated by Jews around the world. The menorah, the most important part of Hanukkah, is the lighting of the menorah, a special candle holder used in Jewish ceremonies. For Hanukkah, there is a special menorah with 9 candles. 8 of the candles represent the 8 days of the festival. The 9th candle is used to light the other 8. On the first day, only 1 candle is lit. On the second day, 2 candles, and so on, until all the candles are lit on the last day. The candles are lit at sunset and should burn for at least half an hour. They are usually put at a door or a window so that people can see them from outside.
Any questions on vocabulary?
No. Maybe with sentence, and the sentence now, or the line number 1, 2, 3, 4. On the first day, only 1. Yeah, this is I understand. On the second day, until all the candles are lit on the last day. Mientras todas las velas están encendidas en el último día.
Okay, so let's see. For Hanukkah, there is a special menorah with 9 candles. Yeah. 8 of the candles represent the 8 days of the festival. The 9th candle is used to light the other 8. On the first day, only 1 candle is lit. Solamente una vela está prendida. En el segundo día, 2 velas, and so on. Y de ahí en adelante. Until all the candles are lit on the last day. Hasta que todas las velas estén prendidas hasta el último día.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
The history behind the festival. The festival celebrates when a group of Jews won back a temple from the Greeks in the 2nd century BC. They made a new memorial to replace the one that had been broken, but when they went to light it, they could only find one small bowl of the special oil they need. There was only enough oil to last one night, but they knew it would take on 8 days to prepare more. They lit the lamps with the oil on that first night, thinking it would burn for just one night, but the oil lasts for another 7 nights, and this event gave birth to Hanukkah, the festival of lights. Special Hanukkah food. Oil is an important part of the Hanukkah celebration, and all kinds of food made with oil are eaten on the 8 days. In Central and Eastern Europe, they make latkle, fried potatoes, pancakes that they eat with apple sauce or sour cream. The favorite treat in Israel is suganiyot, donuts filled with strawberry jam. Other popular festival foods include apple cakes and pretzels, bread made in a shape of a nut. I'm celebrating with family and friends. Family and friends are very important during the festival. It's a traditional to invite people to your home to have dinner and to play games together. The most traditional game is played with a dreisel, a wooden spinning tube top with 4 sides. There are 4 Hebrew letters on the 4 sides, and depending on which letter you top lands on, you win or lose. The game is usually played with nuts and dried fruits and sweets. Hanukkah.
Okay. Any questions on vocabulary before we move on?
Oh yeah, wooden spinning.
De madera, amaderado.
Perfect. Wooden spinning. Después. There are 4 letters on the 4 sides, lados, depending which letter you top land on your ring. Ya, está bien, ahora. Hanukkah is important. No, I think not.
Okay, let's continue.
Hanukkah gifts. Lots of families give presents during the festival, especially to children. These are often games that the whole family can play together, or books and other small gifts. It is also a tradition to give money to children, Hanukkah geld, and to encourage them to donate some of their money to good causes.
Okay, any questions on vocabulary?
No.
No? So what do you think about Hanukkah?
Sounds very funny. I don't know. Yeah.
It's an old tradition, very old.
But Jews is very tradition person. Because I don't know, maybe su manera de vestir,
Right.
sus celebraciones y algo de machismo.
Yeah, are there any Jewish communities in Bolivia?
I don't know. Maybe in, um, ¿cómo se diría? Bueno, en Bolivia decimos departamentos. Creo que allá les dicen estados.
Okay,
En mi estado, bueno, en mi estado, mi departamento, que es Cochabamba, solo Cochabamba, no que yo conozca. Hay muchos menonitas, pero creo que pertenecen a otra comunidad.
but that's different. Yeah,
Sí,
Mennonites are different.
hay mucho, sé que hay pueblitos de menonitas donde solo entran menonitas y que este que el otro, pero así, judíos, judíos, ni siquiera una, no sé cómo se dice, las iglesias de los judíos, mm, no he visto cerca del centro de la ciudad.
Okay. In Mexico, there's a lot of communities, but if you go to the United States, they have more Jewish communities than in Israel.
Maybe because um, it's so bigger than the other countries and
That's
has a
another, that's
lot of
one reason.
people.
That's one reason that could be. And well, I guess the biggest community is the Catholic community, but I don't know. I guess Catholicism is is very different, you know. And there are traditions, and these traditions they change from country to country. When it comes to Jewish traditions, they seem to be the same. They don't seem to change. They are very strict about these traditions, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, so task number one, match the descriptions to the words.
perfect. Geld, no, a dreidel. Pensa que no. No. Ajá. A wooden toy that used to play at fleeting game. Hmm. And number 4 is cross-check to the last one, money that is given to children during this festival. Yeah. Memora. Memora, maybe a candle holder for night candles.
Okay.
Su, esa palabra se recuerda. Era. ¿Dónde está? Pancakes. Exacto. The favorite treat is in Israel is que es donuts filled with strawberry jam. Oh, perfect. The number 3 is filled with jam and a wooden toy that used to play that traditional game. I don't remember. The most traditional games played with the rail, a wooden. Yeah, perfect. With 4 sides.
So it's a dreidel.
A dreidel.
It's a wooden spinning top with 4 sides. So that would be a dreidel, this one, right? And latke is a fried pan made with potatoes. Should be here. In food, isn't it? It's right here. They make latke fried potato pancakes.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. And let's move on. Okay. Complete this exercise. I'll give you 2 minutes and then we review. Okay.
Perfect.
Are you ready?
Yeah. The first is last 8 days. The festival of life lasts 8 days. On the first on the first day, they light only one candle. The candles are often put near a window so people can see them.
Okay.
Children sometimes get gifts of games, books, or money. And the traditional foods are often made with oil.
With oils, okay.
And families get together to eat dinner and play games.
And we have a discussion. Is there a similar festival in your country or culture?
No, it's not tradition in my country, because in Bolivia has different cultures and different tradition. For example, in December, I celebrate Christmas, but a comparación, ¿cómo se dice a comparación?
In comparison?
In comparison with other countries, we don't eat turkey, or we don't eat, I don't know, or different foods. In Bolivia, eat a traditional food named picana.
Okay.
It's maybe it's a type of food with different meat. For example, has meat of cow, meat of pig, and maybe meat of chicken. Has
Okay.
potatoes and other, but and in night of Christmas, eat this food. That's all. Maybe intercambio de regalos. ¿Cómo se dice? Intercambio
So
de
it's a
regalos.
little bit different, right? Well, how come you guys don't eat turkey?
What?
¿Por qué no comen jamón o turkey, ham or turkey?
I don't know.
Because it's a very, very US tradition, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's, I
No
guess,
es
the
muy.
best answer. Okay. Yeah, well, in Mexico, we combine things, of course, turkey, ham, there's chicken, and also traditional Mexican, like tamales,
Oh,
mole.
sí, sí. Comí tamales alguna vez.
Yeah. Oh, sí, esos son muy buenos para on the go. Como para el hombre activo que tiene hambre. Como si fuera snack. Yeah, that's very, very traditional for Mexicans. So for Christmas, for example, this year, well, this last Christmas, I cooked ribs, costillas y lomo.
Oh,
Y
delicious.
con mis suegros cocinamos jamón. And they also made michotes. No sé si los ubicas.
¿Qué cosa?
Michote es como una bolsita de papel amarrado y adentro lleva pollo o carne de borrego en una salsa especial con un trozo de maguey y está cocinado a vapor.
Bueno, rico.
Y de hecho está muy rico. Y ese se come con arroz, con habichuelas, no sé. It depends, right? And yeah, those are the foods, man. those are the foods. And also to drink, maybe chocolate, you know, oatmeal, atole. O también clásico, Coca-Cola.
Que no falta la Coca.
For all occasions, right? All right, let's move on to the next one. Modern day slavery. You know what slavery is?
Oh, no, no es esclavitud.
Esclavitud.
Modern
Todavía hay
day.
esclavitud. Yeah, modern day slavery. December 2nd is the United Nations International Day of the Abolition of Slavery. Did you know that slavery still exists today and is probably much closer to you than you realize? Before we do any more things, let's do some vocabulary. Number one, abolition.
The activity of buying and selling people now, especially in which one person or group has control of it or not. When a domestic worker not produced in a fair, responsible way with respect to use someone or something unfairly, and do your notice to take something away from someone, things that have happened to someone or something. Oh, the last one, the ending of law or system.
Abolition, yes. And to exploit, explotar, exploit.
To exploit. The use of freedom, to use of treats of power to make someone something that no. Maybe the use of treats stratos of power to make someone no, not incentive.
What about this?
To use someone or something unfairly and to your own advantage. Oh yeah. Human.
What about human trafficking?
The first one, the activity of buying and selling people, yeah.
Oh yeah, perfection. It was made a signature from the Spanish people, right?
A domestic worker, when a domestic letter C, when a domestic worker is no. Es cuando no es libre. Domestic worker. To economic things, no. Producing a fair and responsible with respect workers and the environment. A situation in which one person or the group has no.
We can move on to the next one.
Maybe when the number 5, when a domestic worker is not free to leave their job because of their working conditions, domestic servitude. To deprive.
Oh, sorry, I was speaking in mute. To deprive. What is deprive?
Deprive. No, I don't know the meaning of this word.
Deprivir. ¿No será como que to take something away from someone?
To take something away from someone. Okay.
And for example,
Power imbalance may be a situation in which one person or group has control over others. Or maybe
yes.
coercion.
Well, this one makes sense. Yeah. Power imbalance. Coercion.
When I don't know, producing a fair response, no. Things that happened to someone something in the past.
Well, this one is a backstory, isn't it? Things that happened to someone or something in the past.
The past, yeah. A question, maybe the last one, the use of threats of power to make someone do something they not want to do.
That would be this one?
Coercion.
Coercion,
Yeah.
okay. And
ethical.
ethically sourced?
Produced in a fair and responsible way with respect for works and environment.
Okay. And we still have domestic worker and domestic servitude.
¿Cuáles faltan? Solo falta la 3 o no. Bueno, domestic worker no es libre de irse de su trabajo porque las condiciones del mismo.
Oh, we're missing one.
a person who works in a private house. Oh yeah, a domestic worker is a person who works in a private house to cook, clean, and look up. And domestic servitude, well, yeah, perfect.
Yes, domestic servitude is when a domestic worker is not free to leave their job because of their working conditions. Okay. And any questions about this vocabulary? It looks very new, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Treat is equals to trato, ¿verdad? O sea,
yes.
Yeah, something that a person who works, yeah. Then do someone something wrong. Unfairly es injustamente.
Yes, that's correct.
No, I think not.
Okay, good. Now let's go into the story. Can you help me with the reading?
Sure. Blood and Earth. In his book, Blood and Earth, Kevin Bales speaks with Ibrahim, a 23 years old slave who has worked in a gold mine since he was 9. He's dying. His lungs are filled with liquid caused by dust and bacteria in the mine. And their conversation ends. Ibrahim turns to Kevin Bales and says, I want to be remembered when my story is writing and your book is reading.
Written in your book.
I've written on and your book is ready. Will you send me a copy? I want to show to others to show them that I am not completely useless, and I just want to show that something good can come out of my life.
Useless. Inservible, sin uso. Y no se te olvide tu pronunciación. Bye. No be. Bye.
Oh, sorry. Perfect. My bad.
Okay. Let's continue. Oops. There.
So what's the connection to you? As you read this article, you are probably using a smartphone, tablet, or laptop. Each device requires minerals, including gold. Perhaps the gold your electronic device was mined by a slave. Slavery today, according to the Global Slavery Index 2018, over 40 million people are victims of modern slavery. Of these, 70 million are in forced marriage. Slavery involves violence, psychological and control, often in the form of threats in order to generate profit. To quote Kevin Bales, slavery is when one person controls another, uses violence to maintain that control and exploits them economically. This violence may be physical or physiological, and the control may be verbal threats. But at the heart of slavery is exploitation and ownership, and another human being for profit. Forms of modern slavery include forced labor, human
Trafficking,
trafficking, commercial sexual exploitation, domestic servitude, and forced marriage. No.
marriage.
You might be surprised to see
You might
forced marriage include adult. Sadly, forced marriage involves the same lack of choice, power imbalance, coercion, and labor exploitation as other forms of slavery. This also includes forced child marriage, usually of girls of 17 years or younger. Slavery behind closed doors. Another form of slavery is domestic servitude across the globe. Domestic workers, mostly women, migrate abroad to support their families back home. Employment agents in their country of origin promise a generous salary and good working conditions with a caring host family. This, however, may be far from reality. Domestic workers are sometimes forced to work long hours, and their passports and mobile phones are taken away. In extreme cases, behind closed doors of private homes, they are locked up, starved, deprived of sleep, and often physically and sexually abused. They are trapped, scarred, and
they're trapped, atrapados, trapped.
they are trapped, scarred, and familiar with their new surroundings. Domestic servitude happens globally, including in the United Kingdom. Okay. The power of consumer choice. Everything we buy has backstory, from electronic to textiles. From handmade carpets to coffee, tea, and chocolate, each of these products might include child or adult slavery. Consider a product as innocent as chocolate, while the chocolate bar itself may have been produced in your country. The cocoa in the chocolate probably came from West Africa, where 6% of the world's cocoa is produced. As you read this, thousands of children and adults live in slave-like conditions on cocoa farms. Unknowingly, your porch might support slavery. However, consumer demand for ethical source products and services can send a powerful message to producers. Imagine if we all forced to purchase goods that have a backstory of slavery. Company sales and therefore profits will fall. Look around on items in your home and workplace and ask yourself the simple question: where did this come from and who made it? Why didn't I learn about modern slavery at school? Did you ever learn about modern slavery at school? School history lessons maybe have included the horrific practice of slavery. However, it was probably considered something that was very much in the past. But slavery still exists, and it's the everyday reality for millions of people. It takes brave educators to raise awareness of
conciencia, conocimiento.
Perfect. Of the difficult, upsetting, and invisible reality of modern slavery. The good news is that the thousands of individuals and anti-slavery organizations are taking action. One such organization is the No Project, which focuses especially on the education and youth and young adults. Young are the next generation of corporate leaders, policy makers, and consumers, says the founder of the No Project. How we choose to spend our money says a lot about who we are. So the question is, who are we? And remember, another time in another place that is enslaved human being could be you. Oh.
So, Sergio, what do you think about the article?
Oh, it's so sad because I never hear these new types of slavery, but
Yes.
it's in the reality, you know.
Mm-hmm. In the company where I work, when we source equipment, tooling, herramientales, equipos, we send a note that we want ethically sourced procedures from the supplier, del proveedor. Si nosotros los auditamos y encontramos que se encuentra alguna anomalidad como esto, tenemos todo el derecho de demandarlos.
Oh.
Pero, obviamente, how can you prove that everything is in place? There are ways that people avoid paying taxes, and everything has to do with money.
Yeah.
Right? I know, for example, in Canada, cuando les dan trabajo visa de trabajo, les consiguen visa bajo un nombre y después les dan trabajo de otra cosa para evitar impuestos y para no pagar tanto dinero.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, right. Ajá. Y eso lo hacen en Canadá, ¿te imaginas en otros lugares?
Yeah, y eso que es primer mundo.
Oh, yes. So we have some of the sources here, right? We can look at them later and perhaps find a little bit more. And we're going to stop here, and I guess we can answer these questions next time. But I wanted you to read this article and give me your input, right? But as a matter of fact, I can give you the exercise so you can complete it and send it to me, okay?
Perfect.
But this is a very, very interesting subject.
Yeah.
It's something that is still happening. And as an engineer, you should be aware that whenever you buy machinery, parts, equipment, anything, you have to be aware that you need to know where they come from. They come from China, India, Africa, Indonesia, Malaysia. So you have to question yourself, are we getting a product that is slavery free? We don't know that. We can only perhaps avoid buying from those places, perhaps. Okay.
Perfect. Good advice.
Okay, Sergio. Well, that's all for today. We will continue
On Friday.
Friday, yeah, Friday. It's already Wednesday, so can you help me with the daily survey? And I'll send you this information so you can work on it, okay?
It's done. Thanks a lot, Cesar.
Take care, Sergio.
See you on Friday.
Yes, have a good morning.
Bye-bye.
See you Friday. Bye-bye.